Can you see the presentation?
Yes.
Yes, Marco.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so even if I'm speaking from Milano, as Alex pointed out, I'm quite familiar with the region. As I said, my name is Marco Politi. I'm belonging to the DBA Group. And DBA Group, in a nutshell, has these numbers. So we did last year 73 million euro, are more than 650 people and in existence since 30 years and present in 8 countries. In respect to our competitor Solvo, we are not doing only port software applications. I'm going to talk later a little bit more about, but we are also present in the field of engineering, and especially engineering in ports. And this gives us the advantage to be able to not only design the ports, but analyze and design the processes that are taking place in a port, and hence develop software solutions whose general aim is to digitalize the operations inside the port. And when I say a port, I mean the complete port. So we are able to supply so-called port community systems to the port authorities, and terminal operating systems to the terminal operators. So the port community system is digitalizing the information flow among the port stakeholders. The terminal operating system instead is digitalizing the operations and information flows inside and outside from a terminal. So this is our geographical presence and the project area. We are also present in Russia since 2006. And of course, we are very present in Italy and in the Mediterranean area. After exiting Italy, we migrated to the Balkan area, and basically all Balkan ports are our customers, as well as now also on the Black Sea with Bulgaria, and especially in the Caspian region with the port of Baku, with whom and for whom we developed the entire port management information system. So as my colleague from Solvo just explained, we are able to provide terminal operating systems and its several modules like workforce management, warehouse management, vehicle booking systems, railway shunting, and so on. So all those software modules that are able to manage operations. But we are also providing a port community system type of software. For example, we will provide the port community system for the entire nation of Bulgaria. We are providing a maritime single window to Malta, and so on. So the port community system is the entity gluing together, receiving information from the internal stakeholders of the port and vehiculating this, exchanging this information with the external stakeholders like customs, railways, freight forwarders, and so on. So I'm not going to repeat all the characteristics that the adoption of a software and the benefits that the adoption of a software can bring to a terminal operation, because these are already been highlighted by Daniel. Some quick words on what we did in Baku. So we provided to Baku, as I said, the port community system module, which is dealing with vessel, vehicles, trains, and cargo, general cargo or containerized cargo. The system we provided has some additional modules which are managing the operations in the RoRo, in the general cargo, in the container, the gate, billing, and so on. But especially it is interfacing, or it is designed to be interfaced or used by the external operator, like the Kaspar, the shipping company, Azerbaijani shipping company, the Azerbaijani customs, the railway, ADY, and also the agents and forwarders. And it is already naturally designed to be interfaced through ADFACT, ADY, XML, all the possible integration means that are technically available with other ports. When I say integration, it means that in some cases it is an integration with third-party systems, like it is happening with customs and ADY, or it is the possibility given to the freight forwarders, like ADY Express, to access the system and the port community system especially, to input information, typically the announcement of a cargo or the announcement of a vessel, or receive information from the PMIS in order to be able to understand where their cargo is, in what status the cargo is presently, and when it is estimated that they will be able to collect the cargo from the port. I would like, given the topic of the of the webinar, to concentrate a little bit on what is currently ongoing. And what is currently ongoing is that, given the strategic position of the port of Baku on the other side of the Caspian Sea, we started several projects of integrating the port community system we deliver to Port of Baku with the other ports around the Caspian Sea. And especially we have had discussions and agreed what to do. Therefore, my done is put in brackets, with both the port of Aktau, where Solvo is present, and the port of Turkmenbashi. Of course, the idea is to then extend this integration to the other Caspian ports, namely Russian and Iranian ports, and to create a connection along the Silk Route with the Black Sea ports, and from there on to the other ports. At present, we decided to exchange, the first step in integration is to exchange operational data. So information about the cargo, information about the vessel, information about the times of arrivals, information related to customs, and so on. In future, of course, a deeper integration will be needed regarding also documentation flows, and some deeper integration with the present stakeholders. What's next in my opinion? The next step will be, in my opinion, to add to this situation, which I call the operational layer, another situation, and hence another system, let's call it a digital single window, just to have a common term, whereby not only the ports along the Caspian Sea or in other seas, but also the other stakeholders, like the railways, the freight forwarder, insurances, banks, and so on, will have the possibility to access a system that is providing them information in a timely and in an exact manner. In an exact manner, I mean that usually the customs are not interested in understanding when the ship is arriving or what the dead weight of the ship is. They are interested to know what cargo that ship is carrying, and hence know the HS codes from which to calculate the custom fees. So this, in my opinion, is the future of the integration along these routes, because only through a digitalization you can achieve efficiency. If you are more efficient, you reduce both the time of transit and the cost associated to transfer this cargo. If you are able to do this, you will be also able maybe to reduce the tariffs or convince the customer to pay a premium because the goods are traveling from China to Europe in 10 days instead of the 30 or 40 days that are today necessary to transfer goods via the normal sea route. So in my opinion, it will be not an easy and not a quick process, because many stakeholders coming from many countries will be involved. But sooner or later, this situation, which we can consider today as existing, will evolve into this situation, which is the future. So I thank you for your attention and the opportunity to share our views in this seminar, in this webinar, and I hand it over back to Alex.